Sean, that was a very difficult afternoon, as you anticipated it might be. It's a point. Is it a good point or a bad point?
I think if looking at the game, if you'd asked me before, I'd say it was a point dropped. We were speaking about it there. I probably think it was a point dropped, but at some point, because probably the way we was coughing up the ball and making just fundamental basic errors and compounding those with penalties and discipline poor. And then we're just doing too much work with the ball when they've got the ball. So we ended up just doing too much defending. So probably a point gained, you know, but lads are upsetting there. That is a point lost. Defensively,
the standard was as high as the standards that you set. Having to soak up so much pressure and doing it really, really well. It just didn't happen in the final third, which is very unlike a short, long team, isn't it, for that to happen?
Yeah, well, that's what happens if you don't complete your sets and you hand the ball over and not hand it over on your terms. And when they get the ball, then you give away a yardage penalty. So they just give them a piggybacks. We spoke about it a couple of weeks now, and we need to fix up, and we just probably need to get better in that department. You know, we're giving them easy leg ups, and then, like I spoke about before the game, like Widnes can play. They've got some real good shapes. So they were basically peppering our line. Credit to RD, I thought RD, you know, held strong. Just a couple of hiccups, but you just can't give a team like Widnes that much possession and territory because at some point they'll break you.
The squad was stretched. In fact, I think the 18 you had here was the only 18 you had left available. Adam Milner didn't reappear after his substitution. Was that another injury?
Yeah, Adzi got a crusher down on the line, so yeah, I couldn't put him back on, otherwise he'd have gone back on in the second half and probably played a part in that second half.
Let's try and pick out some positives. You got Mo Agoro back. I'm sure he'll be quite sore after that with the injury he's been nursing, but it was like he'd never been away when he was down the flank.
Yeah, you know, we got the ball to Mo in the first half, and you know, he carried well in yardage as well, like he normally does, and you know, we ended up eventually got the ball, and you know, he finished a great try there. So great to have Mo back. He'll be better for that next week as well. With the run out, he's a bit tired and so a bit busted. You know, I think he'll sleep tonight.
And you brought in another teenager from Wigan on dual reg, Lucas Mason, who did he play the full 80? I think first appearance in an Oldham shirt, and he didn't look out of place at all.
No, I thought it was outstanding. You know, they threw a lot of traffic his way in the first half, especially on our right, and you know, they did come up with some big plays in D, and you know, he puts his body where it hurts. So full credit on Lucas. I thought he was outstanding.
Next up, just finally, is Bradford. We'll build up to that next week, but what do you take to work on from this Friday in Widnes to next Friday at Boundary Park against Bradford Bulls?
Yeah, I think if we can bottle that bit of energy up and bit of defensive attitude and intent with our aggression and how tight it was, but then we've got to fix up what we do with the ball. We're just putting ourselves under too much pressure, and it's an easy fix. It is actually an easy fix when you look at it in detail, or even like from the outside. You fix those areas up, you know, it's a different ball game altogether, and that's our work on for this week.
Have a good weekend. See you next week. Thanks, Sean.
Cheers, mate.